So as we've been talking about improving more spine mobility, particularly this region, the mid-back or thoracic spine, and now moving on to rotation, I think it's really important to understand the concept of going from a passive mobility drill into then an active strengthening exercise that is going to reinforce and also maintain that mobility that you're trying to create. There's a lot of people that will do mobility exercises in different random orders and then not follow it up with a strengthening exercise, and that is actually how you're able to again reinforce and maintain that newfound mobility. Same type of concept in doing a flexibility exercise as well. So once you make it past the extension exercise, now we're going to move on to rotation. There's a lot of people that think I don't need rotation much if I don't play a rotational sport like tennis, golf, anything upper body dominant like softball or baseball, but that's not exactly true. When I go to walk, run, or even go up or down stairs, we have that opposite arm and leg swing, and there is at least a fair amount of rotation coming from that mid-back or thoracic spine. And again, as we've been talking about it, if you don't have at least average mobility in all of these areas of the body, then some other part of the body is going to compensate when you try to move. So again, if you don't have rotation and you go to reach up into your kitchen cabinet, or you start to do your walking or jogging, etc., your body is going to compensate in the neck, the shoulders, or even the low back. So it's really important that you do perform these exercises and then follow up with a strengthening exercise. Now, because we're talking about this area, it is going to be a back row, so you get the benefit of strengthening the back while also reinforcing that mobility in rotation. And what I've done is pretty much move to one I like to call punch and row. So I'll grab my resistance band in just a second. So this is a good one that you can do standing in a split stance. Since the resistance is going to be anchored in front of me, I like the split stance so that way the resistance doesn't pull me towards the anchor point. If I'm more of a parallel stance here, it gets a little bit aggressive and tough on the legs to maintain a nice tall posture. Okay, now if you don't have a resistance band but you have access to a cable pulley machine, even better, because you can change the resistance there easier as well. So once I grab my band, I want to show that the anchor point is at least mid-chest level or even slightly higher. The reason being is as we begin to pull the arm back and row, there's a lot of people that have some type of upper trap or shoulder elevation, so that's why I favor a slightly higher position. Otherwise, you can go straight forward if you don't have that issue. So once you set up, it's going to be the same arm that has the band or handle. It's the same leg that's back behind you. Now, it's really just a comfort thing if you want to keep the heel up or down. Obviously, if you struggle with balance, keep the heel down, but all you're going to do is think about pulling that right arm back and punch the left arm forward. So what you should notice right away is that I am pulling the arm back to strengthen the back, but with that other opposite arm punch, I'm emphasizing that nice shoulder rotation, but again, it does come from the mid-back. So you're gonna do however many repetitions follows or fits your program, switch sides, do the same amount of repetitions to the other side with an independent punch and row, just like that. Should be nice and smooth, not a very quick speed at all. So make sure again that you're evening out both sides when you do that exercise, and there you have your rotation.